How was her mother supposed to know the monster in her daughter's closet and under her daughter's bed would be her dad? You have a lot of people that will blame you for not allowing your child's donor to see your child, no matter how dangerous the donor is. They don't care that he is abusive to you and has physically harmed you. They don't care because you should let that man see his child, as they like to say. Then when something happens and your child ends up dead, they care. They care enough to blame you. You will be guilty of not protecting yourself and your child. You will be guilty of not picking a better father for your child. Akeem Jordan and Raheem Farrell are the monsters. Bella Amoura was a beautiful 1-year-old baby with her whole life ahead of her. The world will never know what she would have grown up to become.
The case started unfolding just after midnight Wednesday along Flamingo Drive. A woman had been beaten in a violent fight. Her daughter called 911. That's when investigators learned the suspects had taken her daughter. One of the suspects, the child's dad. Deputies found the two men 3 hours later at an apartment complex on Old Clinton Road. 19-year-old Akeem Jordan was holding the body of his baby. It appeared she had been beaten and stabbed. Jordan is charged with murder. Also arrested, 20-year-old Raheem Farrell. He's also charged with murder.
This is obviously a domestic situation.
Bibb County Coroner Leon Jones reflected on the case. He says seeing the child was truly disheartening.
And seeing that child like that, I mean, from a mental standpoint, it does something to you.
Jones says often love is not what it seems.
Domestic situations are very touchy. You can be lovey-dovey in the street and raising Cain at the house.
Violent crime in Macon dropped dramatically last year. Mayor Lester Miller's MVP program is being credited with that drop.
One of the first call I got this morning, right off the bat, was Lester Miller. This man is concerned about the crime in our community.
Almost 10 days after a little girl's heartbreaking murder and loved ones paid their final respects, two men, one of whom is her own father, stand accused of killing her and beating her grandmother. Our Gloria Ruth Finney attended the service today and joins us live in the studio. Gloria Ruth.
Greg, today family and friends gathered to pay their respects to Bella Amoura, killed on Valentine's Day. While tears flowed over the tragic death, today was a celebration of life.
Every now and then life will throw some stuff at you, and you will have to ask God, wow. Life will deal you some cards that you're not ready for. Job chapter number 1. Chapter fall every now and then.
It's a hazard or regard. You never know the hour, the time, nor the second. He's going to come after you. You just got to be ready.
He's not good, but I think he's good. But he's good all the time. We all right. We all right. You know it's gonna be all right. Come on, give God the best praise you can give him.
It's a home going for me. It's below age, gone to son, but God knows best. When we come into the world, we have a beginning late, and we have an ending late. Sometimes God sends his angels just for a brief moment, and he sent them for a reason.
After a very moving tribute, the family held a graveside service following the celebration of life at Middle Georgia Memorial Gardens. Reporting live in the studio, I'm Gloria Ruth Finney, WGXA News.
As we come on the air tonight, two men face murder charges in the death of a 20-month-old toddler. Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Frank Malloy.
And I'm Lori Johnson. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says one of them is the child's father, 19-year-old Akeem Jamal Jordan, and the other, 21-year-old Raheem Devar Farrell. Just after midnight, deputies responded to a fight in the 3800 block of Flamingo Drive.
Jessica Cha is live to tell us more about what happened.
That is right, Frank and Lori. The sheriff's office says that the toddler's mother, Chandria Spencer, reported the fight around midnight. Now, Spencer says that Jordan fought with and injured her mother and then took their daughter, Bella. Deputies later caught up with Jordan, the daughter, and a third person at the Timber Point Apartments on Old Clinton Road. It was 3 a.m. The Bibb Sheriff's Office called Macon Bibb Deputy Coroner Lonnie Miley out to 2050 Old Clinton Road.
I was just told that it was a homicide. I had no idea that it was going to be this horrific scene.
Miley says when deputies arrived at the Timber Point Apartments to arrest 19-year-old Akeem Jamal Jordan, 20-month-old Bella, Jordan's daughter, was still in her car seat.
She had various injuries on her and what appeared to be many stab wounds on her, and it was just terrible to see her like that.
Miley says over his 34-year career, he's seen many gruesome crimes and scenes, but the ones with kids you never get used to.
I can't imagine somebody doing this to this innocent child who was just a couple months short of her 2-year-old birthday.
We spoke to the neighbors in the apartments about what happened. Most said they did not know that the homicide had happened at all, but all were shocked to hear of the sad news.
It is a sad statement on this day, which is Valentine's Day, and it's supposed to be about love.
Now, we were at the Flamingo drive home earlier where the fight all began and no one was home. Live in Macon, Jessica Cha, 13 WMAZ News. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jessica. Akeem Jordan is charged with murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault. Raheem Farrell faces murder and aggravated assault charges.
The sheriff's office says they're still investigating how Farrell is connected to Bella's family.
To all of Bella Amoura's family and friends, I am so sorry for your loss. If what Bella went through, all of her hurt and pain, can stop someone from going through the same thing, then she didn't die in vain.